Courage Under Fire was released in 1996, it was directed by Edward Zwick and it stars Denzel Washington and Meg Ryan. This film tells the story of a military soldier called Sterling, played by Denzel Washington, who accidentally kills some of his soldiers during the Gulf War. Traumatised by the event, he's now relegated to a desk job and is tasked with investigating whether a female helicopter pilot, played by Meg Ryan, should be awarded a posthumous Medal of Honor award. But once Sterling starts to meet up with members of a team and gets conflicting reports about what happened that day, he realises that there's more than meets the eye and he seeks to investigate further. As always guys, thank you for supporting this channel. Please keep on supporting it. If you are new to this channel for the very first time, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications when my videos are going to be uploaded, and help give this video a like as well. Courage Under Fire, another gem from 1996 that not only deals with war, but also the emotional and human aspect of those that have participated in the war also. This film is done in the same vein as A Few Good Men, in terms of one man trying to investigate the truth about what happened that day. Courage Under Fire also derives its narrative from a film called Rashomon, which was directed by Akira Kurosawa, where you have four men who give four different accounts about what led to the rape of a man's wife and the man's eventual murder. Edward Zwick is a brilliant director. He directed a powerful film called Glory. He directed Legends of the Fall. He directed the excellent Blood Diamonds, The Last Samurai. Courage Under Fire was the second of the three collaborations between Denzel and Edward Zwick. The third was The Siege, which was released in 1998. Courage Under Fire was one of the first films to tackle the Gulf War. And whilst it was also one of the first films to deal with women in the military, it doesn't rely heavily on that. This film is a mystery. And we follow Denzel's character to investigate what transpired that day. What I love most about Courage Under Fire with Edward Zwick's direction was the fact that not only does the film open with a brilliant battle sequence in the Gulf War, but after Sterling realises his fatal error and accidentally kills some of his soldiers on the field, we see the casualties of the war also. So we see that Sterling is now traumatised by what he did. He's confronting his own demons. The relationship with his family is broken down. He's an alcoholic. We see Sterling suffering from PTSD. And when he goes to visit the other members of Karen Walden's unit, we see the effects that the war has had on them also. So Ilario, played by Damon, we learn that he's a drug user, and that's discovered at the final act of the film. Altamaya, played by Seth Gilliam, he's in a military hospital, dying, traumatised by the effects of what happened. Tim Guinea, who played Rady, he's in a wheelchair. And Monfries, played by Lou Diamond Phillips, we learn that whilst he looks confident on the outside, it's only when we learn what has happened in the third and final act of the film, we see how traumatised and damaged he actually is. Patrick Sheen Duncan, who wrote the film, is also a Vietnam veteran, and he brings his own experiences to Courage Under Fire. And it is those experiences that adds a level of authenticity and realism to the film, as well as a level of humanity. The performances in this film are excellent, and I was pleasantly surprised by some of the actors who actually participated in this film. Denzel Washington, say no more. A fantastic actor. Denzel gives us a performance that we've never seen before. Most of the characters that Denzel has played, we know them as confident and ambitious people. But with Sterling, he is riveting. Sterling is someone who's unsure of himself, and we see the trauma that he has faced. And just how Denzel articulates that and demonstrates that throughout the film is incredible. I was pleasantly surprised with Meg Ryan's performance as Karen Walder. Meg Ryan, we know her as the girl next door in romantic comedies such as When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle. In this film, playing Karen Walder, she had to play it straight. But not only did she have to play Karen Walder once, she had to give 4 different incarnations because we get to see her performance from 4 different synoptic viewpoints, coupled with great direction from Edward Zwick, who had to direct the sequences different times. I thought it was incredible. Meg Ryan's performance was brilliant, because she gave such a mature and intense performance. Easily one of the strongest performances she's ever done in her career. The same can be said for Matt Damon, who is almost unrecognisable. This young man lost 40 pounds for his role. His performance was one of the most mature I've ever seen for Matt Damon. And the fact that he could actually act alongside Denzel and hold his own was a great accomplishment. Lou Diamond Phillips as Monfries. Lou Diamond Phillips as an actor, he hasn't actually been given the ability to demonstrate his range. And as Monfries, that was actually one of the strongest performances I've actually ever seen him deliver. He was tense, it was emotional, and very dramatic. Alongside Denzel, Denzel will make you raise your game, and he's certainly raised his game. This film has a lot of surprises in it. Coupled with a brilliant score by James Horner, fantastic cinematography by Academy Award winner Roger Deakins. Courage Under Fire is a two-tier film. We have a character, Denzel's character, not only trying to find out the truth, but also wants to tell the truth about what happened in the Gulf War that day when he accidentally killed his soldiers. His superiors want it covered up, but no, he feels that he wants to redeem himself by telling the truth. And by him pressuring all the other witnesses that day, encouraging them to tell the truth, that is some type of catharsis for him, because it's like, you know what, by you telling the truth, I too want to redeem myself also and get this off my chest. And there was a sub-story within the film where a Washington journalist, played by Scott Glenn, who would reunite with Denzel several years later in Training Day as a journalist, suspects that there was a cover-up and wants to find out his side of the story. All of these elements could have been distracting, but they all work perfectly and they're all in tandem with one another. And it is very, very necessary to the narrative of the film. Courage Under Fire, one of the most satisfying films that I've seen. Loaded with brilliant performances, loaded with heart, loaded with emotion, and loaded with mystery. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you do, especially if you love a mystery told in flashback sequence and you have to work out what's going on. One of my personal favourites from 1996. So I'll give this film a very strong 8 out of 10. So, that's my review. As always, guys, thanks for supporting this channel. Please keep on supporting it. Hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit the alarm bell as well so you get notifications from me when my video is going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well, and I shall see you all on the next film review. Take care.